This is a short video on plyometric training. I will briefly discuss the mechanics behind plyometrics and also talk through a few exercises with visual aids. During this, I will discuss the use of plyometrics in tennis, providing some key coaching points, including 2 progressions of the double leg hop, and end with an insight into variations of plyometrics and how they can be implemented into a training program. The final point I would like to make is on the safety aspects of performing such explosive exercise. The stretch shortening cycle employs the energy storage capabilities of the series elastic component, the workhorse of plyometric exercise, and stimulation of the stretch reflex to facilitate a maximal increase in muscle recruitment over a minimal amount of time. The SSC involves 3 phases, the first of which is the eccentric phase, which involves preloading the agonist muscle groups. During this, the SCC stores elastic energy and the muscle spindles are stimulated. Phase 2 is termed the amortization phase. This is the time from the end of the eccentric phase to the beginning of the concentric phase. The shorter this period or delay is, the better the adaptations occur. Too long spent on this phase, the energy stored will dissipate as heat during the final phase, the concentric phase. There are a wide range of lower body plyometric exercise drills with various intensity levels and directional movements. Because plyometrics is used to improve power, it is very useful to integrate into a training program for an elite tennis player. When looking at the metabolic needs of a tennis player, you can see that they need to use a lot of explosive power, time and time again, whilst playing a range of shots. This video will focus on the progression of double leg hops to zigzag double leg hops, and finally onto single leg hops. Starting in a comfortable upright stance, using a double arm action, begin with a counter movement and jump as far forward as possible, landing in the start position, and immediately repeat the hop. Similar to the first exercise, the task is to jump over the first hurdle to the outside of the second hurdle. The athlete must repeatedly hop over all hurdles with double arm swings for momentum, keeping the amortization phase as short as possible. The final progression is the single leg hop. Now the routine is very similar to the first exercise, however the idea is to repeatedly hop onto the same leg using a double arm swing. Optimal training program lengths are considered to be between 8 to 10 weeks, as this is when physiological improvements are most significant. These plyometric training programs should be made progressive in order to bring about larger improvements and also to reduce the risk of injury. Land-based plyometrics have reported cases of delayed onset muscle soreness and could have detrimental effects on performance. A safer alternative is to perform aquatic plyometrics, which elicit more improvements in performance, whilst also showing a reduction in recovery time following a bout of plyometric training. There are, of course, as with any resistance training program, a risk of injuries. Therefore, it is important to warm up properly with some low-intensity dynamic movements prior to performing plyometric exercise. Proper technique should be demonstrated by the S&C coach, including proper landing technique. The shoulders should be over the knees during the landing, which the jumper accomplishes through flexion of the ankles, knees, and hips. This can be seen in the photo on your screen. Thank you for watching.